What's up, guys? Welcome back for another episode of the GhettoRig podcast. Looks like all the audio stuff and everything was working. We're just getting that figured out. We started pretty late. Wow, it's almost 9:30. Okay, so welcome back for another episode, guys. Episode 150 today. So that celebrates a little milestone for us. Hopefully, many more to come. We'll keep going. I don't see us stopping this anytime soon.
What are we drinking?
Shout out Angry Orchard.
Why are you shouting them out? They're not sponsoring us.
Why? What beer should taste like? No, I'm just kidding. This it just tastes like a sweet.
Shout out to Miggy for bringing it.
Beer. Yeah, shout out Miggy for providing the drinks tonight.
I feel
Cheers,
like
Miggy.
I feel like a bottle girl.
Cheers.
Yeah, where's your sparklers?
Those are in the car.
That's actually how they set Mama Juana on fire.
Really?
So Mama Juana, the Dominican nightclub that's on Anderson, yeah, they were bringing out the sparklers. They lit one of the sparklers and he caught the outside, those dry palm trees on fire and just outside burned.
Oh shit.
They're still open on the inside part, but the outside part is closed.
Are they rebuilding that or
The back, I'm assuming they are. You know what I mean? Because it all will. I don't know if it go under insurance because it is kind of negligence. You know what I mean? But I don't know if the insurance has the accidental negligence covered.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure in a place like that they do.
yeah.
So for those who don't know, we didn't even go through intro. For those who don't know, my name is Eddie. To my left, we have our co-host Jay. Then Miggy behind the camera.
Yo.
So for shout out to our official sponsors, UFC Gym Largo and Vitality Wellness Center. There are links in the description in the chat to go check both of those things out. There should be at least.
Yeah, they're there.
Besides that, I saw just now an article of the reason Cade Rotolo said he would be going to the Craig Jones Invitational instead of ADCC, or vice versa, I think. So, for those who don't know, we're all big jiu-jitsu fans usually in here, and Craig Jones, a big name in the no-gi jiu-jitsu space, in jiu-jitsu as a whole. And
He just did his first
he did
mixed martial arts fight too.
Craig? Talking about
The
Rotolo.
long hair, Rotolo.
Rutolo. So yeah, he is saying why he's doing the Craig Jones instead of the ADCC Invitational. So Craig Jones put together an invitational event, which for those who don't know, invitationals in jiu-jitsu are basically like super fights that they set up, where it's not really a tournament style. It's more of like, think of like a MMA card, where it's just like you're set up to fight this guy specifically, and that'll be your fight that night, and that's really it. It's not really like I mean, there's like you win the event, right? But not necessarily like a tournament style where you have to fight multiple guys like traditional jiu-jitsu events, right?
Yeah, and it's
Kind of like
10K,
ADCC is, right? So
10K to show up, and then $1 million to the winner at the end.
yep.
So Craig got 2 million to organize this event.
Yep.
And it's the highest pay, right? And then ADCC had to come out, and ADCC was saying that, oh, we finally started to make money. We're gonna bump up the price, and it was like $2,000.
Is the CJI the Craig Jones Invitational? Is it gonna be a tournament style thing?
I don't know how, because someone is gonna get that $1 million, right?
you guys
so
think ADCC is gonna step up and start paying more?
So that was the whole thing with ADCC. ADCC is the $10,000 final prize or whatever that they have. People were like, that's not enough, and so many guys are switching from ADCC to the CJI. So I saw this article, and it made me interested to see why a guy like this big would switch from an event like ADCC to Craig Jones. So
Money.
So I don't know how they're gonna decide who's gonna be the it person, right? Because I don't know if they're gonna mix the weight classes. You know what I mean? I'm not sure how that's gonna work.
did he win his first fight, Rutolo?
Yes, he did win his first fight. He won, like, he walked the guy.
Via submission or what?
I think it was a submission rear naked choke.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
You want to delve into this article?
Yep. Go ahead.
All right, cool. So this one says, Cade told this jiu-jitsu wizard who just competed in his first mixed martial arts bout is taking his grappling talents to the Craig Jones Invitational. Rotolo confirmed the news on a recent edition of the MMA Hour that he, along with his brother Ty, will be competing at the new CJI tournaments on August 16th.
So it is a
17th
tournament. Okay.
over the ADCC championships. This is a major move in the jiu-jitsu community, and it wasn't a call that Rotolo's made lightly. That was a super tough decision for my brother and I, Rotolo said. We're getting pulled between ADCC and the new CJI, so we were really kind of torn in both directions and made our decisions to go with CJI. There's a couple of reasons why we chose to go there. It didn't narrow it down to one thing. My brother and I both made the decision together. There were a couple of things. First, not to state the obvious, 1 million is 1 million. That's just so much money. ADCC has the accolades and prestige, but with this new CJI coming into play, a lot of the hefty competitors, a lot of the sick names have left already and gone into this next division. The other thing is my brother and I can compete in the same division, but on opposite sides. So I reckon my brother will be on the side of the bracket. I'll be on the other. So if all goes well, we'll meet in the finals and have an awesome war there. In his MMA debut at 167 earlier this month, the youngest ADCC champion of all time submitted Blake Cooper in the first round. Eventually, Rotolo wants to go all in on MMA and see how far it can take him. Before that, and after winning at the ADCC tournament, Rotolo hopes to put money in the bank, which he has a chance to get a lot more of with the CJI. ADCC is the most prestigious Nogi tournament since they started, Rotolo said. I wouldn't say that they're in trouble. I would say that they should probably try to listen to the athletes in a sense, where you see a lot of these guys move to CJI. One of the main obvious reasons is you got to ADCC, you get the gold medal, you go through all the wars, and it's only $10,000 for the winner. I think it's $10,000 in one for the CJI, and then obviously 1 million to win. If you're coming for money, it's not too big of a deal. You won the prestige, you won that title, but the majority of us aren't coming for money. We're all trying to be first generation millionaires from a financial standpoint. It really makes sense to do this. Yeah.
So
totally
I
makes sense.
think what they're gonna do, they're just gonna put everybody into one bracket, and then whoever wins at the end wins. But I don't know how they're gonna mix the weight classes. You know what I mean? I don't know if there's gonna be weight class because ADCC has weight
So they
classes.
haven't announced that they're gonna be having weight classes, or is
Look
that
it
the
up.
big thing?
Look it up. See what the setup for the CGI will.
Yeah. So while he's looking this up, so I got two things that came up in jiu-jitsu, right? One of them was IBJJF pretty much prohibited brown belts and purple belts teaching classes. I don't know
Brown
what the
belts and purple belts.
to teach classes. I don't know what the ramifications of that are. You know, whether IBJJF will pull someone's, like, you know, if the coach has the black belts, IBJJF card, card, I guess, or the ID away,
Yeah.
and they no longer can compete, you know, or present their school to compete. So I don't know how that's gonna work. But you know,
He's got that match set up with Gabby Garcia on his.
yeah,
own
he's got the
tournament.
match set up for Gabi Garcia.
The matches leading. Grow up, it said it there. The matches leading up to the finals will consist of 3 5-minute rounds judged by a unique scoring system designed to be more understandable for MMA mainstream audiences. Jones said, "We'll have the judges translate into a template in MMA system so that the MMA fans will understand. Score updates will be openly displayed during matches." So that's not MMA like though.
one of the most unique. It's more like jujitsu, you know, because they
Yeah, they show you what's
aspects in
happening.
is the competition area itself with just the way they're building it. So it's not gonna be a ring. It's gonna be like a triangle, so the guys
It's
can't
like a
run
karate
away.
pit.
It's gonna be like
Like
that.
a karate,
the
yeah.
combat karate pit. Yep.
Yeah,
I
so,
like that. I'd like to
yeah,
see them doing MMA
because they
in there.
can't run away. A lot of them will run away outside the mat, and then you have to reset. There's no resetting here, right? Integrate. Go back up. It says right here. Jones stated the integrated intergender match between
That's talking about him
choreographers
and
has
Gabby
been
Garcia.
discussed for years and will be okay. Yeah. I don't know. He doesn't really talk about what it's gonna be like. But here's the thing. Here's the second thing about jiu-jitsu, right? ADCC is a whole weekend thing. This is gonna be a 1 day event. So these guys can technically go to that event and then go to the ADCC right away.
I don't think so because the way he set it up is that the day of his event is the day of the finals.
Is that what he did? But my understanding was that it's because it's a 2 day event. They can still participate in both.
Mm-mm.
You can get tickets. Where's it gonna be again?
I don't know.
Event dates. Buy tickets now.
The Thomas and Mac. What is that?
Well, it's
Craig
not too
Jones
bad.
Invitational.
It's probably already bought out.
Thomas and Mac Center. Where is
Thomas
that?
and Mack Center. Nevada.
Oh,
Yeah,
Las
so
Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Paradise, Nevada.
You guys want to go to Las Vegas again
Not for a fucking.
for a jiu-jitsu tournament to watch Gabby Garcia get choked out by Craig Jones?
I think it'd be a little inspiration for Jay.
And his Amanda
Bro,
Nunes fight.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so too.
No,
Might
bro,
start building a little fight camp.
Gabby Garcia has.
Start training like Craig.
Bro, there's a reason why they have two. There's a reason why they have two divisions. You know what I mean? Like, this is just woke feminist nonsense idea that
If they
women
roided
somehow
her
can
up,
compete
if they
in this.
roided her up, Hulk style.
Huh?
You haven't seen Gabby Garcia?
No, I'm talking about if they roided them up, Hulk style.
Look up Gabby Garcia.
Look
He
up Gabby
think?
Garcia.
I've
Look
seen her.
up-
I've seen her. But does Jay think he can take Nunes? Just steroided up.
She is steroided up. What are you talking about?
Like
She's not
fully,
natural like
fully
that.
roided up.
She's not natural like that. I don't care how much. I don't care what's her level of testosterone. It's never gonna be the same as a guy's level of testosterone. Never. Guys have 17 times more testosterone in their body. You know, women have more testosterone than estrogen, but it's nowhere near a guy's testosterone level. Like guys' bone density, the skin, the muscles, we develop way different. The minute we hit puberty, it's like at first until puberty, they're all equal. Girls can win against the boys. The minute you hit puberty, it's just like a
Fuck
like-
it. I'm starting my MDI.
I was watching this.
Miguel Diaz Invitational.
Miguel
Jay
Diaz.
versus Nunes. 5K on the line.
5K
I
on
don't
the
think
line.
Nunez gives a fuck about that.
Nope. But what was I gonna say? I have seen these videos of youth tournaments where a lot of times, even with the older kids, like teenagers, that the girls won't have enough people in their bracket to compete, and so they'll
They'll
have
put
to
'em in
go.
the boys,
They'll have
yeah.
to put them with the boys.
I've seen that.
And sometimes girls that win.
They
Yeah,
do
I've
really.
seen the
They've
girls
done
win before.
really well.
Yeah, there's sometimes girls win, but it's usually like the 12, 13, you know, when it gets to 14, 15, 16.
Bro, I was watching this guy. He was grappling against. I'm assuming it was a blind person because they had a face, like a whole
Cover?
sleeping like a sleeping mask that just covers his eyes. He had that on. He was a blue belt going against a black belt. Oh my god, this black belt flying armbarred him, like no mercy whatsoever, bro.
Yeah.
In
we
2
talked-
seconds.
Have we talked about the match with the guy versus the two girls?
Oh, Eddie Hall and the two girls, oh no,
It wasn't even that.
no. Eddie Hall just fought two brothers that were like
Yeah.
4'8" and super small, and he knocked one of them out.
But-
and after knocking one out, they let him fight the other one by himself.
I think this is a Romanian sport.
Yeah, I seen it. The fat guy against two,
Hey, did
two,
you?
two girls, two pretty
that just
girls.
reminded me. Did you see the reel I sent you today?
Mm-hmm. The Armenian thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
brother owed me money.
Well, it's not. So it's very funny how that tradition works.
I saw why that tradition's done, but why is it done in that manner with the knife and?
Because otherwise I'll kill you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. And this guy, what happens with the money? The guy uses that to tip the waiters. None of that goes to his pocket.
Yeah.
So he uses
just
it
for
for
the event.
expenses for the event. Yeah.
I'm a little
Mhm.
confused on what you guys are talking
So
about.
there was this video I sent to Jay today, where it says
There's this
the-
tradition, right? So it's not the best men. It's really not the best men. Well, it is kind of the best men, but it's a little bit different. So this guy is basically responsible for organizing everything, saying the cheers, saying the like getting people
Okay, the
together.
best man.
Yeah, the best man, right? So what he does before they exit, it's usually from the family of the bride, right?
The
They'll-
brother.
Yeah,
said.
they stick a knife in a door and they won't let you leave until you give them money, right? So, and people put money on this knife and they just keep laying money on the knife. In this particular video, it was like $700 the guy laid on him
Yeah.
on it. But there's been, in it because it's a tradition, it's not a thing anymore. They'll do monopoly money sometimes just to cover the tradition. But the whole idea of that money was to take that money and then tip the waiters, tip the band, tip the whoever.
It's an
like that's
Armenian
like
tradition.
spending money. Yeah,
It
you know
came
what I
up
mean?
on my feed, and it said basically the best man of the groom has to
Tip.
basically give this money to the brother or like man of another man
Or
or something
and if
like
there's
that,
anything left, the guy gives it all to the wife.
before the wife can leave the house.
Yes.
He has to give this
But
money.
but remember, Armenian culture is one of the older
Buying 'em out.
cultures. Yeah, that's where I'm going with this. Armenian culture is one of the older cultures, and in those cultures, you know what I mean. There's a such thing as called dowry. So dowry is given from one side to the other, and from the other side to this side, right? And the way it's done is, guy's family gives dowry to the girl. Usually, it's not like Arabs. Arabs will go in and they'll actually pay the father for the daughter. Basically, the father took care of the daughter, so I'm gonna pay you the money. Basically, like paying you for raising a good daughter, and now she's gonna be my wife, right? But in the Armenian side, it's a little bit different. The family of the husband gives a bunch of things like jewelry and things like that to the new wife, and then the family of the girl, throughout the life, they collect things, jewelry, like china, things like that, and they also give that away as dowry for a new family to start. So right now, you know how there's like a housewarming party, or like they get married, they get checks or gifts or whatever. This is, the family takes care of that right away, both sides of the family. So this new young family that gets together, they have that, and then guests can give money away. They can do a bunch of things. You know what I mean? It depends which part of Armenia
Yeah.
you're from.
I feel like some people can't keep that tradition though. Like some people just don't have the money. Some people are just broke.
Yeah, some people are broke. It is what it is, and you kind of understand that some people are broke. You come in, whatever you can, you give. You can't, you can't. It is what it is, right?
True.
Um,
This
you
is the
know,
fight that I was telling you guys about.
yeah,
The
yeah,
two
I've seen
fat
that
guys. You
fight.
guys probably seen this before.
Yeah, the guy mauls these two girls. It's fucking ridiculous.
They got these two girls that
Oh.
look like they just finished playing a tennis game.
Oh.
Girl can't
Oh.
kick.
Think. One left hand puts her down. Oh shit.
This is what the drunk man at Best Buy that was naked felt like he was doing. He was just running through the parking lot smacking people.
That's crazy. And he's a fat dude too. He's
Yeah,
gonna
he's-
carry some weight on those punches, man.
Well, not only that, I'm surprised he hasn't gassed out yet.
I mean, he's
Like
just
this,
fighting
this,
two
this.
girls.
You know what I mean? Like this is fucking ridiculous. Like even shit like this.
The amount of the size of the arena that they're doing this in, like, mind boggles me.
Like the whole idea that they're putting two girls in a cage with a guy, like somehow this is supposed to be, oh, maybe girls will take over. I mean, I hate to say it, it's just not gonna happen.
Oh man, it's just entertaining, is what it is.
Well, is this entertaining? To me, this is fucking stupid.
I mean, to me, it is also because I like watching real fighting. But
Yeah, see the guy gassed out. He's just standing by the fucking
no,
ring
the
now.
girls don't even want to engage.
Yeah.
The guys got stopped.
Damn, she kicked him right in the stomach. She said,
Damn.
I almost sweeped her with a
Damn.
kick.
Try
Come
that
on,
shit.
Come on, let's
Try that
do
shit.
something.
Try that shit. Come on. Come on. Yeah, come on.
The way he just walks him
Uh-oh.
down.
Dude, this is hilarious.
Fast forward. Let's see what's. Because they're just
You're
standing
missing
around.
the show. What do you mean?
They're standing
It's
around
only
what
10
show?
seconds.
It's almost done. It's less than a minute left.
Like he's not even budging
Dink.
when she's punching her.
He's
You know what I
smacking
mean?
the shit on the
Dink.
back of his head, though. Damn. she
Oh
just
my
got
God.
discombobulated.
This guy is getting mad now. Oh shit! All right, she's done. You fuck up the other one. That's really what the
Bro,
ref
just
said.
walking. She's like, I'm done. Surrender.
What made these girls think they could do this?
Money,
That's a good answer. Money's the answer to
money,
a lot
or
of
their
things.
fucking Instagram, or their OnlyFans. Like
Money.
marketing,
Definitely
money, one way or another way, right? Whether they got it up front or they're gonna get it in a retrospect in the back.
You imagine some just in a hypothetical world, some desert king or prince or whatever just hollers at this Instagram model girl, hey, you want to go to this place, but you gotta come fight this dude.
Well, I mean, have you ever heard of porta potties?
Oh shit.
Porta potties, okay.
This is a real thing. A lot of these Instagram models will get flown out to Dubai and Saudi Arabia and places like that.
to get to shit on people's
Yeah, and these princes will pay them money to shit and piss on them.
man.
Like this is a thing.
Why do that?
It's money, bro.
No, shit on
But
somebody's
yeah,
shit.
what's the?
Why do that? I think for them, I don't think it's a fetish. I think for them, it's just to degrade Western women. That's literally what it is. They're degrading these women
But
for the way they're
getting
their
Do you think their
lifestyle is.
wives brag about it? My husband, he just shit on that American girl.
I don't know if the wives know about this, but
They
you know.
do.
Oh, you're talking. Wait, I
If
just
we know
I just
about
got
it,
it.
all
Wait,
we
wait,
don't
wait. I
need
just got it. You're
But if
talking
they
about.
found out, they'd be like, okay, you
You're
deserve
talking about the
another wife.
guys shitting on the girls.
Yes.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the other way around.
No. The guys shit and piss on these girls.
I know a guy that liked to get pissed on.
There's a lot of people that like that shit. That's a
weird,
fetish,
it's
right?
a weird fetish.
It's consent between two people. This one is I'm paying you money, I'm gonna shit on you, and the money to them is nothing. Like that, whatever money they're getting is not even a drop in a bucket for them. It's like you giving away a fucking penny. That's what it would be like.
Saudis remind me of fighting because they keep putting all these super fights together. Did you see?
They just bought the whole boxing thing.
Yeah, they did. But did you see? So they rescheduled some fights and added a new fight. They
Son,
Jake Paul is fighting Mike Perry now in a boxing match here in Tampa. Let's see if you guys maybe wanted to go to watch that.
What are the tickets gonna be like on that
Let's
thing?
take a look. Mike Perry versus Jake Paul. Miggy, would you prefer this mechanical keyboard, the 60% that I have here?
Nah,
Okay.
it's all good. The only thing that bothers me is the mouse because the click. Click.
64.99 is the pay-per-view on it.
Price and card. Okay. Tickets.
So he's not fighting. What's his name?
Nope. Mike Tyson had a ulcer flare up or something like that.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yep, right there. That's the tickets right there.
$29.
All right, so it's not too bad. I mean, we can.
Where's
do it.
this at? In Tampa, Emily Arena? Okay.
Yeah, we can do it. Why not?
I'd be down.
Yeah.
What day
I
is
know
it
a
on?
bunch of people would be. Here, what are the tickets like on the 100 section? Hey, okay, continue. The 100, yeah. Like there and then on the sides.
$130.
Stage. Is this the front?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Now how about the 200 section right above that? $100. I'd be down.
Bro, go to 300 section. I've been in that arena. Plenty of hockey games. You're gonna watch the whole thing on a screen anyway. Doesn't matter where you sit. You're gonna watch it on a screen, and those are the best seats to watch the screen.
Well, for $30, boys, let's go.
Go section 316.
300.
That's on the bottom. Yeah, that right there is like directly on, looking at the monitor.
I mean,
That was
it
a
kind of
little more,
depends
like
on the
$60
show,
to
no?
$100.
Because different shows have different setups, right?
No, the screen is in the middle. In the middle
They keep
square.
that screen every time. They don't change it.
No, it's there all the time.
No, I don't think there was a screen dropping down the one that they use for the normal games when I went to the
30,
Romeo
40
Santos
bucks,
concert.
doable.
Yeah.
$100.
$100
Yeah, I
for
don't
this,
really give a
like
fuck about that
$30,
much.
$40, I'd do it. $100, I don't fucking care enough to pay $100 to go watch that
Then
shit.
let's go pay that.
Because
shit for
remember, you gotta
$30.
fucking park there too, and that's gonna be like a $30, $40 parking just by itself.
No, you can park down the block a little bit. It's not that far of a walk on the where there's a bunch of street parking.
All of those
couple
lots are
blocks away.
$30 to $40.
No,
Even
not in a lot. I'm saying like there's a few blocks down. We went the other day for Romeo, and we found like street parking. One of the ones that you just pay on the app.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that expensive.
Okay.
You just walk a few blocks.
Yeah. It's not a big deal.
Parking's a big fucking deal in Tampa. There's no fucking
Well, the
parking
downtown,
anywhere.
like channel side area, yeah. Channel
You-
side area is like
so
fucking
many
all built up.
events and no parking.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all built up because they're
I mean, they have a decent amount of lots
yeah they do.
scattered around.
Well,
But
Vinnick
the
Group,
actual places, none
They're
of them
far
have
as
parking.
shit though.
Yeah.
yeah,
If you
what
do find parking, it's far as fuck.
where Vinnick Group came in with $35 billion and they bought up 60,000 or 600,000 or 6 million square foot of space, redid 3 or 4 hotels, built bunch of fucking new buildings. Those lots that were empty, they fucking bought those lots and built buildings on them. That was a $35 billion investment, and
So
I
what you're
think
saying is we don't have parking spaces because those parking spaces got developed?
pretty much. There's still some, but majority of those parking spaces are just like gone.
I went on a shoot one time to Tampa, UT, and there was no fucking parking to be found
To
anywhere.
UT,
You could
and
not
that's on the
park-
other side
you
of the
could
river
not
too.
park anywhere.
Mm.
Like, I wasn't trying to get towed, so I wasn't trying to park just anywhere either.
Yeah, Tampa's like
And
sketch
they'll
when it
tow
comes to
your
Hey,
that. Yeah,
where's
they'll tow us quick.
oh, another fight. I'll ask you this in a second. Actually, we'll go back to the UFC fight in a moment. What's the new Elden Ring DLC like entail? What is it gonna have? Like what's new?
Oh, dude, I don't even fucking know, dude. I went to their Instagram actually. I looked up the trailer. I saw the whole entire thing, and then I just commented, "Don't know what this is, but I love it." I don't know what it entails.
Yeah.
It's just
Go to the Instagram. I want to see it. I played that game a decent amount. I didn't finish like the whole storyline. Did you ever finish the storyline?
not 100%. It's too much.
It is a lot, and a lot of it's like you got to figure it out.
That's Corey.
No, Cameron Haynes. That's a guy that's firearms and
Hmm.
conservative dude, been on Joe Rogan before.
All right, stream it here.
Yeah, sure.
Peggy 16.
Peggy 16.
I can see your comment. Don't hold
My
any of the
loyal
memes. I
blade
love it.
and champion of the festival.
This game is sick. It's so fucking hard though. It's not an easy
Both
game.
your deeds will ever be praised in song.
Do you play a
You ever
female
played
or
a
a male?
You ever played a Soulsborne game like what's before Elden Ring?
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls. Any of the Dark Souls games? Oh my
Have
god.
you heard of the Dark Souls?
Hmm?
Have you heard
Definitely
of Dark Souls? Yeah, it's a From Software game.
Hope for redemption.
What do you
The
usually play your
answer,
character, man or
sadly,
woman?
is clear.
I mean, you can. It's more about picking in this game. Like
More about what?
in this game, it's more about picking whether like you're going. You can go with samurai. You can go with like it's not called a mage. What is
Even
it
that
called?
doesn't really matter.
What's it called? Not a mage, but I forgot what they call it in this game. But you can go with a bunch of different basically class types.
They give a bunch of
Yes.
The mere sight of
The
your
fun part
blade
about this
sets
game
my
is
heart
that you can go in
aflutter.
and play with your friends. You can fight your friends. Like,
All the more I
your-
yearn to
have your
crush
friends
it
go
in
into
my
your
grasp.
world to help you with your story. Like if it wasn't for playing with Calvin and all these guys, I would not have progressed anywhere near as far as I progressed.
The Earth Tree is my people's enemy.
And
My
then like I
marriage
just had
long
them set me
betrayed.
up, like they knew all the
Set
stuff.
aflame.
So it's like,
Alright. What's the strongest stuff? Like this, and this. Alright, I'm gonna go over this path. And
what's that game that Calva plays?
huh?
What's that game Nelson plays?
World of Warcraft.
So it's kind of like that,
No.
no?
So, World of Warcraft isn't MMO online.
I
So
can't hear
there's-
shit.
Thousands and thousands
Beat
of
that?
The
players.
fog that vexed my aging faculty.
It's very loud.
Yes, it is very loud.
It looks
Um,
cool. It looks super cool.
The
Like,
game is
graphics are
awesome,
legit.
and the graphics are very good.
This is a gameplay trailer.
Yeah, it is a gameplay trailer, so of course the game doesn't look exactly like this, but the game does look good.
No, what I'm trying to say is it's a gameplay trailer. Although, yeah, like scenes like this are not game.
Yeah.
It's
They're-
more of a
they're part of the
cinematic. There's
scene
a lot
that-
of the scenes in game here that are that's gameplay.
Oh, and there's a lot of cinematic scenes. Yeah, that's actual gameplay.
How the fuck do you kill that on your own?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what
A
the game.
roll, just a roll prevents all that fire.
Yeah. And most of the bosses, once you get to a certain point, just one tap you. If they touch you, you die.
Some kids are gonna be stupid as fuck growing up because all they know is video games, and they're gonna think just by rolling, they're gonna avoid something. Because you can
Oh,
literally
shit.
avoid anything in this game by just a rolling. A roll makes you invincible.
And in the right direction.
That
the
in
right-
and of
at the
itself is
right angle and
that in and
everything,
of
but yeah.
itself is a meme. It doesn't even have to be at an angle. I think.
I'm just saying, like, making sure you don't roll into it or, you know.
True,
like
you
I'm saying
can't roll into it because
But yeah,
Yeah, it
it's,
just
it's
came out.
funny because it can be an attack that would take down a whole mountain, but you roll 2 feet to the left.
Oh
and
wait,
you,
it doesn't
and
come
you don't
out.
take any damage.
I just realized it doesn't come out till tomorrow unless you pre-ordered it because if you pre-ordered, I think you got it on the 20th.
Okay.
I didn't pre-order it, but
So, how much is it?
30 34 bucks or 40 bucks,
Okay.
and you get, I believe somebody told me it was 30 hours of gameplay,
Okay, that's a good amount.
and for me that's like 150. The
I was
amount of
gonna say.
times that I'm gonna die, the amount of time I'm gonna spend probably walking around, looking around to see what I can find.
If it wasn't for the boys, that'd be like 300 hours for me.
Yeah, the amount of time looking to find out, because that's another cool thing about this game. You have to look shit up. You're not gonna find
Yeah.
shit by yourself.
Yeah. Even me, that I had all these guys looking shit up, I had to look stuff up.
If you wanted like 100% complete the stuff and
Yeah.
do it the right way, you have to follow some type of guide.
100%, because
Who
this,
figures out the guide?
People who play the game.
yeah. And then there's, of course, there's a lot of lore
I-
to the games
I
in
think
general.
games nowadays still release like game guides, right? That was a big thing back then.
And then now, at the same time, you know, Elden Ring is just another Dark Souls game. It's got the same system of collecting souls, right? They have the same setup where you can do online play to just queue with random people to fight them. You have the same thing, go help your friends. You have where, I mean, I never played Dark Souls, I just know this about Dark Souls games. You also have, what was I gonna say? I don't know. The hidden spots. Like, you know, when
Yeah,
you like you can just
rolling
walk
into
through a
the-
wall, or like if you vault in the right spot, you just like go through what looks like it's supposed to be a tree or something random. You know,
They
the
scaled
hidden spots.
everything.
The same thing that happens in Dark Souls too.
I haven't played the expansion, but I seen. Do you know Afro Ninja?
Afro, no.
He did a lot of gameplay of Elden Ring when it first came out. Super, super, super funny. I love the way he edits. Uh, he started playing the expansion and he died to the first, not even a boss, just a character.
You know what I think is hilarious is
Like,
seeing these major
fucking
streamers
15
now. Like,
times.
who was it that I saw playing Elden Ring? Like Kai Cenat or someone else that was
You
like,
said you don't like it?
no, no. I think it's funny that you see them playing it now
Oh yeah.
after so long that the game's
Did Kai
been out.
play Elden Ring, or was
I
it?
think
I know he beat Red Dead.
who was it that's playing Elden Ring recently and like going crazy about it? Somebody.
I think Kai did play
I think Kai did play Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Yeah, because I saw a thing where they were talking about how like they compared when he got to like a million streamers versus when he beat like a boss or whatever, and he freaked out over Elden Ring, but didn't give a fuck about his streams. Look at him fucking throwing shit. Yeah, this game is frustrating. Look.
Pause it. Pause it. You don't want to go over the.
I don't know if his stuff is
I'm
copyrighted.
not showing
It's
it on
another
the
streamer,
stream
anyways.
either.
I don't know. But did you see the whole thing about? I'm gonna change the subject real quick, unless you got more
No,
stuff
go
on
for
this. Did you see the whole thing that people putting on Instagram right now, like how they've been noticing Russian warships like 22 miles away from Miami, like
I've heard about
visible by eye?
that. I've heard about
I
that.
haven't heard about them being that close, but I know they were in Cuba.
Yeah, they're in
And
Cuba.
people in Cuba are making YouTube videos about it.
Yeah. So some guy was on a fishing boat and they had a sonar, for the depth, and you could clearly see a fucking sub.
The outline
The
of the sub and the
outline of the
sonar.
sub on a
Yeah.
sonar. And they're like,
Uh,
that's a Russian submarine.
There's a new movie on Netflix, Paris Underwater. You
Ah.
guys like shark movies?
Emily told me she liked it.
It's really. I'm not a big fan of shark movies, but from the cinematography standpoint, it looks very good.
Yeah.
The underwater scenes look very nice and crisp.
I'm watching this movie right now with Ethan Hawke, Marshall Ali, and it's about like this couple that goes to move into this house, and this like cyber attack happens. It's really weird because they're like conning them at the same time. It's very, 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 very weird.
So
Show.
click on that Instagram post that I put down.
Movie actually. The reason I thought about it because the way it starts is like
That one right there.
this ship just washes up on the beach while they're there. They're chilling at the beach, and then the ship. And they said something about the radar being messed up, and then no internet, no nothing.
So Russia overtakes U.S. as the Europe's top natural gas supplier. Go the next picture. So this is what I want to talk about. Like, when people get their news from, let's just look at it, right? Like, you got blue line, which is Norway. Then you got the red line, which is Russia. And then you got the light blue line. That's basically us, right? Look at where Russia was, right? And when they got hit with sanctions, like 2021, see that? And their supply of gas starts going down, right? Because they have sanctions. So it's going down. But now it's kind of equal to United States. So look, as their gas supplies start going out to Europe, our gas supplies start increasing because Europe needs gas, right? So they're buying it from us. Obviously, they got to buy it from somewhere else, right? And now they're saying, well, they just overtook us. Well, first of all, if you look at it, in Q1 in 2021, Russia was the #1 supplier of European gas. Nobody was even close to it. You know what I mean? So, like, this is basically like, fueling the fire that Russia somehow is winning this against us. They're not. They're not winning against us. They're still in a deficit what they were before. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, people will go on Instagram and get their news like, oh my God,
I heard that Germany, during one point in the war, they were giving weapons to allied forces, Ukraine and stuff like them, but they were also buying gas from Russia.
Yeah.
So they were still supplying Russia, but they were giving weapons to the enemy.
But Germany pays Russia $1 trillion a day for gas and oil. A day.
1 trillion, you
Is it
said?
1 trillion or 1 billion? Something stupid like that.
Well, I mean, 1 trillion is a lot more stupid than
Yeah.
1 billion.
So something crazy that
Who
what
was
they
it?
were
Who was it
putting.
again? The pizza.
So just put in how much Germany pays Russia for gas and oil. And they pretty much said, "Oh, sanctions. We're not gonna do this anymore." Blah blah blah. Right? Like we're gonna cut this. Or here you go.
The researchers reckon Germany alone paid Russia about 9.1 billion euros for fossil fuel deliveries, mostly natural gas, in the first 2 months of the war.
And this was after they said, "Oh, we're not gonna buy it anymore. We're putting sanctions on you." You know what I'm saying? Like,
So apparently, it's what, $2 billion annually.
no,
But
no,
it
no.
says
That's
here
just
the
2 months,
2 months of the war was 9.
and that's with sanctions.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So it's like, this is like that's what Russian economy.
Here's the figure that you were looking for: 200 million euros a day.
There you go.
Still pretty.
Well,
hefty.
no, 200 million euros a day. That's after sanctions probably. Before
That's even
sanctions,
before that. This was posted in 2022.
yeah. So that's when the war started, right?
Was it 2022?
Yeah, they've been fighting for 2 years now.
Damn, time
Here,
flies.
see, it says 68 billion, and in 2020, look, in 2020, 68 billion, and in 2021, $123 billion. You know what I mean? It's just like, why would you even post this? Some of your viewers are very uneducated. At least educate them about what you just posted. You know what I mean? Not just random thing. Oh, Russia's overtaking us. Well, they were always selling more than us. To begin with.
It's kind of crazy that the UN was created to protect the integrity of the world, basically, right?
Yes.
But not all the countries put in to the UN
Correct.
for it to work correctly. So a lot of these countries are starting not to pull out.
Well, you have
So
to
we really haven't figured out how to have that peace, really.
So you have to understand, yes, UN was created for peace in a world, but who dictates peace in a world? United States. Because we're the police, right? We're the bully. Which is, I'm okay with that. I want us to be the bully. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, United States has so much power behind it, military power. Our dollar is backed by our military. You know what I mean? Like, we can take on the entire world and we still would win. That's how much weaponry we have.
We could nuke the world.
Well, not even nuking the world. Like, just our weaponry is just so vast that we could take on an entire world and still win, right? So UN really, like, kind of it is a conglomerate of nations that get together and vote on everything, but US kind of drives that vehicle, right? And the whole war with Russia started with an idea that UN wanted to include Ukraine into UN, which meant that the Ukraine had to give their port to put the ships in, and Putin was like, fuck, you're not doing that. And that's how the whole war started. This started actually in 2014 with Crimea, when they annexed Crimea. That was the whole Crimea, but then they kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and Putin's like, I'm taking this whole thing, right? And this is now the ships are in a Gulf of Mexico, technically, and they're saying these are war games that they're practicing on.
Yeah,
Wait, those ships that are, you said Russian ships in the Gulf of Mexico?
Yes.
the IEDs that these fuckers in Ukraine are dropping are crazy. The makeshift ones that they're
with
making,
drones.
with the $500 FPV drones.
Yeah, but so the latest is coming out that Ukraine is actually losing this war.
Shit.
Yeah, and Trump just
What does that mean for the world?
for the world. I don't think it's necessarily a good thing. You know what I mean? With Ukraine losing the war. The world, if Ukraine does lose the war, the only thing those countries that are close by have to hope on is that he's not going to progress and continue taking more land of other countries, right? That's the only hope left. Now, if he does encroach on countries that are part of UN, now US will be forced to go into war directly.
Selective.
What other neighboring countries are part of the UN?
Like Lithuania, Estonia, Latvia, Poland, Czech Republic,
Those are all part of the
Slovakia.
UN?
They're all part of UN. The only ones that were part of UN was Belarus, Russia, and Ukraine, basically. Everyone else is part of UN.
Okay. So you think if they go into those neighboring countries, then
UN would step in, and not only UN would step in, now you're encroaching on European Union countries. So it's not
So
just
much
UN now
good.
anymore. You got European Union and UN now being attacked.
I was going to ask in the next 100 years, but that's not even feasible. I would probably say within the next 50 years, do you think that we're just gonna end up giving those territories that are not in the UN and just give them to Russia?
No, the minute Putin dies, this is done because you got to understand that this type of a person comes once in every 2 to 3 generations. First, you had the man with the name H, right, in the 40s
With the mustache.
with a mustache.
Now
Before
you
that, you had Napoleon. Before that, you had, the Ottoman Empire. Before that, you had the
see, but the
Turks,
thing is, it's also kind of starting to become.
Mongolians.
It's starting to go back again into a monarchy system almost because
Where?
the reason why I'm saying this is because he's starting to make relationships with North Korea again.
He
now.
did do that. And they said that he has North Korea has supplied him with a lot of rockets and a lot of munition. I think they were saying something
If
like
you want rockets, you go to Rocket Man.
30,000. Yeah, but remember, North Korea can get their shit together correctly. So whatever they're supplying him, the technology is very, very, very outdated. So are they buying it from them? Yes, they're probably buying it from them because it's cheaper to buy it from them than use their own homemade, or they don't have it. Right? There's two things. Either they have it and they don't want to use their own shit, and that's why they're buying it because it's cheaper, or they don't have it.
Saudi Arabia
Or-
is also now trading in whatever currency they want.
So Saudi Arabia finally came out and said, "Yeah, we're with US." Because everyone always knew that Saudi Arabia is with US because of the OPEC and all that stuff. But Saudi Arabia, to maintain face with their population, because they're strict Muslims, and a lot of Muslims do not like United States, right? To maintain face, they would never admit that they're with US. But with this new Israel war, Saudi Arabia pretty much came out and said, "Oh, we're with Israel and United States." So the world has been divided. Everyone kind of knows who's playing with who. You know what I mean? It's just an average person that's like just getting into this. They're like, "Well, what do you mean? What do you mean this country is with? How wasn't I told about it?" Well, why would we tell you that? It doesn't make sense. Just continue working, making your money, pay taxes.
Yeah.
Like, what are you worried about who Saudi Arabia is with? You know what I mean?
That's so true, though. Like, most people don't need to know what's going on in the world.
Yeah, because it would be chaos if they did. Nobody would trust governments. No one, literally no one. The most egalitarian government that you have is Sweden. You think, or Sweden, yeah. You think they don't have fucking secrets? The most egalitarian country where everyone is equal. Nope. You know what I mean? It's just like it's not feasible. Like there's a lot of things that people they're not supposed to know. So
You think Putin still goes on his fishing trips?
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he's got like doubles. Like he has to do it. He has to show up. I mean, he just went to North Korea. God knows where he's gonna go from there. You know what I mean? Like,
You think Putin has doubles?
yeah,
Go
100%,
places?
100%.
I don't think so, man. I think these guys gotta attend to what they gotta attend to.
Dude, I wonder how Putin makes time to relax.
What you mean? He's he's arguably one of the richest people in the world. Like,
But with
unwritten
great-
rule, right?
With great power comes great responsibility.
This motherfucker built. Have you seen
Uncle
the
Ben right
house
there.
he built? Have you seen the house he built?
No.
Like each one of his bathrooms, the commode is like $30,000-$40,000. They're all
commode?
gold plated.
Let's see this shit.
And
Putin's house.
the guy that was just poisoned in
Welcome
Germany.
to MTV Cribs.
The Vladimir Putin's
Bathroom.
no vacation home. Do a vacation home. Yeah, that right there.
Who actually buys a gold toilet?
Putin.
Last week, Russian social media was stuck in the toilet, but at least it was a golden one. Alexei Safanov, the head of traffic police in the southern Stavropol region, was arrested on the charge of organizing a criminal gang that got $250,000 in bribes from cargo companies. However, that story made a fewer headlines than the rich interiors of Safanov's house.
That's Stefanov's house. Go back out. Do Vladimir
Yeah, this is cheap gold.
Yeah, this is a cheap shit. Do Putin's vacation home. Do Putin's vacation home. This went viral. The guy got locked up. He tried to poison him in Germany. Yeah, that right there. That's his home. That just put one of those aerial photos. That's his home, and this is just part of it. See all that back part of it? That's all part of it. Like this is all part. He's got vineyards there. He's got like this is a whole entire fucking
Bro,
castle.
you pull up to Russia, you meet Vladimir. He's like, "Welcome to Russia, my friend. This my house.
Yeah. So,
This my country."
so bottom floor. Hit the third picture or second picture from the right.
Second picture.
Yeah, that. This is I think this is for the staff, or something like that. This is like part of it. Yeah, the guy that filmed. There's a whole entire YouTube movie, like 2 hours long, kind of connects the money, the dots, who's connected to whom. This is officially not under his name, but it is actually under his name, right?
What a
So he
stud,
arrested
dude.
the guy. He arrested the guy and put him in prison. First, he tried to kill him in Germany by poisoning him. That didn't work. And then when he came to Russia, he arrested him.
What a gangster.
Bro, overwhelmingly, Russia, Putin is literally, I don't care what people say, and I don't care what you see on social media. Overwhelmingly, Russians love him. They want him to be the president.
I mean,
You understand?
he is like a spirit animal.
He is. He's their spirit animal. Yeah.
Spirit animal.
You know.
He's a little pasty though. He definitely needs more time in the sun.
Well, I mean, he wears suits, right? I don't know if he's got that kind of time in the sun.
He be going
is he-
fishing?
Yeah.
Or he be catching?
I thought bro was fly fishing. I was like, oh yeah.
He,
Oh my
He
where
is
he be fishing at? What he catching?
Trout.
No,
Nah,
that's not
that's
trout.
just regular spinning rod. Bro's gangster, but he's not that gangster.
What watch was he wearing there? He was wearing a watch in that picture.
It's a small picture.
The Putin watch, probably.
The image galleries. This man has a whole photo album to himself here.
It's a spinning rod he's using.
Look at that pose. You see that, man? This is like George Washington going through the river, right?
I bet
here.
bet he
with
has
his
them,
wooden teeth.
I bet he has them hook. I bet he has them hook it up and then pass him the rod.
What you mean? Look at dog. Bro's in there.
Yeah, so
Putin going fishing. Look a pike.
no, that's not a pike. That's a
The one before that.
bass. That's a Russian bass.
The one before that looked like a pike.
Russian
Oh.
bass. That one right there.
That one is a pike. Doesn't look like it. The teeth are different. The mouth is different. It's a Russian bass. Go back out.
I've never caught a pike, so
That's not the same fish though. It's a
it's
different.
a different one.
That's a Russian bass.
Cold water bass.
Mm. So apparently, after that Chernobyl, right? In that area of Russia where it's not populated, the bass fish grow like huge because of the radiation. And to this day, if you do go to Chernobyl with a little radiation reader, it just fucking spikes.
A Geiger counter.
Yeah, Geiger counter. It spikes immensely. Like you're not allowed to go there.
Wonder what effects that radiation actually has on like cockroaches and smaller insects.
Nothing. Cockroaches can survive radiation, literally.
Yep. That's why they say cockroaches survive everything. They can survive a nuclear blast.
And they can live like years underground
Do
and
rats
not
have
even
that
affect them.
same effect?
No, rats probably will have 2 legs and 2 legs or 5 legs and shit like that. Like
They
They actually get
look all
fucked up.
fucked up.
yeah, they get all fucked up.
How long till Chernobyl is able to be occupied?
They're saying hundreds of years, I think. That land is done. You know what I mean? Like all that fallout.
What the fuck?
That,
I'm using my
they want to be
I'm
able
using
to
Apple
plant
commands on
anything.
Windows, and I'm like, why is it not working? How long until 20,000 years?
It's impossible.
Damn.
The water is fucked. The soil is fucked.
How did
Everything
exactly
is
did
fucked.
the explosion happen?
The reactor melted.
What caused the Chernobyl accident on April 26, 1986? The number 4 RBMK reactor at the nuclear power plant at Chernobyl, Ukraine, went out of control during a test at low power, leading to an explosion and fire. It demolished the reactor building and released large amounts of radiation into the atmosphere. Damn, that's wild.
A lot of people died afterwards, like, you know, cancer and things like that.
The respiratory stuff
Mm.
from inhaling that.
It's sad, man. Go to another. I
We
think
have
fuck, it's
similar
been
shit
enough.
going on here in the U.S. as well with windmill plants, like rice processing plants and stuff like that. There's a huge hot spot of
Yeah,
those
Eddie, your
things.
dad said Alexei Navalny. Alexei Navalny was the guy that created the movie on him and
On who?
on Putin and his home and the amount of money that he's siphoned through the government and a bunch of companies. And he put him in prison. He tried to kill him first in Germany, poison him with radioactive shit. Didn't work. The guy knew it too. He
What's
pretty
the
much got
radius?
sick.
What's the radius on how far you can't go to?
I think it's like kilometers. Several.
30 kilometers.
19-mile
miles.
radius around Chernobyl.
Yeah, like can't fucking touch that. And even the light yellow you can't touch. And that had to do with wind. Like if you click on the other picture. No. One over. Yeah, no, one down. The next one over. Yeah, that. That's the radiation.
How is it like spots where it jumped?
Wind. Wind carried it that way more.
I know, but wouldn't it like spread all evenly?
No, because of the wind. Wind
Oh,
pushed.
that's true. I mean, even then, back then, pirates used to use the winds throughout the world to travel, almost like a conveyor belt. So this is kind of like that similar effect. Certain winds take certain paths. Not all winds take the same path.
The entire Europe was like fucking on a standstill. They're saying 7 days is gonna hit you, and there's nothing you can do, right? And only thing you're hoping that wind is not gonna come towards you.
It's kind of crazy how they traveled back then, dude. You'd have 40 people. Half the crew would die on a 30-day journey, maybe.
You know, that's the whole thing. Why they called Irish limeys?
Irish lime.
Lime because of the vitamin C deficiency while they were on a fucking ships, and they would get the sickness, right?
Go to
The
that
vitamin
picture on the top left, the one with the yellow. Damn, so you had it affect all those
Yes.
neighboring countries and
Mhm.
everything?
Yep.
over time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Hmm.
So a lot of
crazy.
the cancer and stuff could be attributed to that. And as you can see, like Lithuania got hit, everyone got hit there.
Was
You were alive when this happened, didn't you?
Yep.
Weren't you, Jay?
Yeah. So I've gotten a little bit of that radiation.
You'll
you
be
caught
alright.
a little bit of that radiation?
Yeah, I caught a little bit of it.
mutation?
Mm.
That's how.
Oh,
That's how you got.
That's how I get the no neck.
That's
we
what I
can
was
see
about
it.
to say. That's how you got no neck.
We can see it.
You just kind of hit like a turtle.
Yeah.
Yo,
my superpower.
That's your new name.
Turtle J.
No, he looks like a mutant ninja turtle. He looks like he has a shell in his back. All right.
Which one would he be of the four?
No,
It
I'd be
don't
the
matter.
fifth
They all
one.
look the same.
I'd be the fifth
Oh,
one, bro.
Is that racist? Is that
It
racist?
sounded like it was. We're talking about turtles. Okay?
That turtle list.
That's specious.
Go to the other Instagram post. I think we spent enough time.
Which one? The
pooping on this
Russian
shit.
one?
No, change that one because I mean it's clearly like it's propaganda at this point, right? So
Dwayne The Rock Johnson will be speaking. at
yeah,
the
he's doing an
Balls.
event with Rock. It's a paid event you can go to. He's been advertising it hard on the webs, interwebs.
What do you guys think about RFK and his worm? Do you think it's a good thing that he said that he had a tapeworm in his brain? I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, the guy has he already has
Not
a
a
speech
tapeworm, but a
speech
fucking-
impediment, right?
Yeah, but it's not caused by the worm.
No. So like,
Wait, it could because it ate at his brain maybe. Let me see. Let's look into this
I don't know.
RFK worm. Found a dead worm in his brain. Pear said that he said ate part of his brain.
There you go.
He was experiencing memory loss and mental fogginess. We already have Biden for that, though. So severe that a friend grew concerned he might have a brain tumor. Mr. Kennedy said he consulted several countries' top neurologists, many of whom had either treated or spoken to his uncle, Senator Edward M. Kennedy, before his death the previous year of brain cancer. Several doctors noticed a dark spot on the younger Mr. Kennedy's brain scans and concluded he had a tumor. He said in a 2012 deposition reviewed by the New York Times, Mr. Kennedy was immediately scheduled for a procedure at Duke University Medical Center by the same surgeon who had operated on his uncle, he said. While packing for the trip, he said he received a call from a doctor in New York Presbyterian Hospital who had a different opinion. Mr. Kennedy, he believed, had a dead parasite in his head. The doctor believed that the abnormality seen on his scans was caused by a worm that got into my brain and ate a portion of it, then died, Mr. Kennedy said in deposition. That's so bad. This guy's brain is so bad that the worm just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna kill myself."
I mean, it
was
can
that
be a
bad.
marketing, right? Even the worm couldn't eat my brain.
It
That's
was
how
that
good
bad.
it is, right?
It depends, I guess.
I guess how you
put
spin it, right?
Yeah. Now an independent presidential candidate, the 70-year-old Mr. Kennedy has portrayed his athleticism and relative youth as an advantage over two oldest people to ever seek the White House. President Biden, 81, and former President Donald J.
Yeah,
Trump.
wait. Read that sentence again. Read that whole sentence
Now an
again.
independent presidential candidate, the 70-year-old Mr. Kennedy has portrayed his athleticism and relative youth as an advantage over the two oldest people to ever seek
Now
the White
tell
House.
me how this article not biased. Like, why did you have to put that in there? Like, how he's like better than these two
Bro's
health
not
wise?
prepping for a speech debate. He's prepping for the combine.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, come on, man. Like, it bothers me. Like, news supposed to be unbiased. You're supposed to give me like the news, right?
I think
Instead,
he,
you're
I
giving
think
me
he
this
thinks he's
fucking-
going against Cat Williams.
I think he would win that. Cat Williams got whooped by a
40-yard
15-year-old
dash, a
kid.
little 40-yard dash action going
Yeah,
on.
there's a video of Cat Williams getting his ass beat by a 15-year-old.
Imagine if right before we started the speech debate, we run this. The pacer test.
Can you imagine
Oh,
if he does
shit.
get elected and he makes all of this, like if what he says
Jay,
is not.
do you know about that? The pacer test? You didn't even go to high school here, so you don't know what that is.
That's why he didn't find it funny.
Yeah.
The pacer test. Hold on, let me just tell you what it. I'll let it tell you what it is.
It was this thing. So they had a fitness evaluation that you had to go through at the beginning of the year in gym. Right? They started in middle school actually, I think. And you would go through some basic testing, and they would have you do the pacer test. And
And
they
they would
had
play-
Don't play.
They would
don't-
play this sound.
This Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues.
Why are you so worried about the YouTube shit? It's all right. They'll just take it down for like 5 seconds.
this is for every school. Every school uses.
They
the
would
same
use
sound.
this thing, same
Okay.
thing. They would pull it up. And
Well,
they
why
would
don't you
play
just
it.
tell me? I don't want to listen to the whole fucking thing.
Because it's hilarious and it's a meme.
Okay, fine, go.
They need to have a debate, and as soon as the debate starts, or before the debate starts, they need to play this, and they have to run back and forth as much as they can to see
And then
now
who's
it's
the
funny.
they're
most
out of
athletic.
breath and shit.
Yeah.
It's
Start
funny.
talking like
No,
that.
my thing is, can you imagine if he does become the president and whatever he says, the conspiracy theories that he talks about are actually true, and he fucking and he opens this to the public?
He might be the only one who actually unveils the Kennedy files. So
Well, CIA did it, bro. We kind of know why.
Who think you is
I-
getting further in this pacer test? Biden
Oh,
or
Kennedy.
Biden,
Biden or Trump?
Biden can't even fucking drive a bicycle. So how can we
Biden is
expect
not
him
making
to run?
it, bro. Biden's not making it. Like, put a little unevenness on the ground, and it's gonna trip over it.
You remember the Happy Wheels character where you put a wheelchair and he had a rocket?
Happy Wheels. I don't know what Happy Wheels.
Happy
is.
Wheels, PewDiePie. It was the one where you got the Segway and you had Timmy.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes.
But there was an old man had a
Yeah.
wheelchair, and
Yeah.
in the wheelchair there was a jetpack strapped to that shit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That- that's what
Biden
Biden
is
would
not
need.
racing anything, man. Biden has been.
I hated this test. That's the big guy. This is the worst.
We had a
The
bunch
thing
of
is,
stuff
the Happy
like that,
Wheels
too.
character almost looks like Biden.
Oh, did you see Simpsons predicted that Trump is winning?
This is Biden right here.
Do they still have that game? Can you still play that shit?
I'm pretty sure you do. It was a web game.
It was, yeah. Yeah, I played a whole lot of that shit.
TotalVicFace.com.
I played a whole lot of that shit.
Control your data. Thank you. I'm good.
So yeah, so the Simpsons predicted that Trump is gonna win. They also predicted his death. So
What they say his death would be?
I don't know. I think they just have a picture of him in a casket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think they said anything, and it's open casket, so that means that it's not the plane.
I mean, you just left that very general though. Simpsons predicted.
Let's check it out. See what else.
Kennedy's death. Everybody's gonna die.
Well, no, yeah, but I think they predicted his death while he's a president or something like that.
Have we ever had a president that has died of natural causes
No,
during a
Isn't that-
presidency?
no, we never had a. The only time there was a vice president is when one of the presidents got impeached and the vice president had to take over.
Wait, I thought didn't Theodore Roosevelt? No,
No,
he
Ford,
left.
I think it was Ford.
That's a good question, Eddie. Let me type that in. Have there been any presidents who have died of natural causes?
In office, just do in office.
Four were
Oh,
assassinated.
there you go. Oh, well, Lincoln,
There's
obviously.
8. 4 were assassinated.
So, 45 persons have served president of the United States. 8 of these have died in office. Wait, go up. 4.
They're all killed.
4 of these were assassinated. 4 died of natural causes.
Mm.
In these instances, the vice president has succeeded the presidency. The practice now is governed, whatever, of amendment, this and that.
So Kennedy was the last one, and that was in the 60s.
It doesn't separate who died, like who died and not.
It just tells you.
But anyway, man, it'll be interesting to see because neither one of these candidates are. It's a shit
What a
show, man.
pussy ass way to die.
He just became sick.
He was known to have consumed copious amounts of ice water, cold milk, green apples, and cherries on July 4th, 1850, after attending holiday celebrations and the laying of the cornerstone of the Washington Monument. That same evening, he became severely ill with an unknown digestive ailment. Doctors used most popular treatments of the time. On the morning of July 9th, the president asked his wife Margaret not to grieve, saying, "I have always done my duty. I am ready to die. My only regret is for the friends I leave behind me."
So you basically either drank fucked up milk, ate fucked up cherries or apples, or that water had some shit in it. They probably poisoned his ass.
It was 1815. There was not really much of a filtration system.
Mm. And
It amazes me that I've seen this YouTube videos of these guys going to these tribes in Africa, and these motherfuckers are just out there just drinking out of the basin.
Yeah.
Dirty ass mud water.
That reminds me, I actually saw a video the other day of this monkey asked this reporter, this French, I think it was French reporter, to let him use his hands to drink water out of like a little stream. And then the monkey cleaned his hands afterwards, like with the water to get all the like muck off of his hands. I guess a monkey can't like close his hands to seal water to do this. I don't know.
So you gotta understand, like, as evolution was going, it was going like this. So the safer they became with more technology, what it did, it opened it up for the possibility. Like even the simple idea that we're able to cook the meat and we're able to lift our hands to throw and idea to group together, that started increasing the possibilities for our evolution to progress, right? Before that it was like if you take one step this way, you would die. Take that step, you would die. So they had to like really strict rules. Now the world's gotten so fucking safe that people can just do whatever. And that's why a lot of times I'll watch some people that are like, they'll be like, expert in running and that teach the professional athletes how to run. And they'll go in there and say, well, don't wear these type of shoes because it constricts your toes together, this and that. I was like, motherfucker, I've been wearing these shoes my entire life. So you telling me to take these shoes off, put something else on? My foot's not ready for that. How the fuck am I going to walk with a fucked up foot? And, majority of the time they train the athletes, right? So if it does give an athlete 1% advantage, how's that helping me? Like, how's that 1% advantage going to help me in any way? I'm going to continue wearing my comfortable ass shoes. You know what I mean? Like,
Have you guys ever experienced this? That you get into, let's say, a new hobby or something, and then you start learning about it, and then you learn a little bit about it, and then you're like, fuck, I'm an expert at this. And then you get a little bit more into it, and you're like, fuck, I don't know nothing
Yeah.
about this at all.
Yeah. That's why I like biology, because you would get to the point like why, and then you get to the point and be like, all right, well, we don't know. Go do some research and figure out why. I was like, okay, so we've exhausted this topic, you know what I mean? Like, but everything else out there, like for example, physics, bro, forget it unless you're going into it.
But then there gets a point in time where that becomes like, a motivating factor for you to actually learn, and you start learning more stuff and more.
Yeah,
stuff.
that's when you
And
become a
then you start
researcher.
even developing new
Yeah,
ideas.
yeah, that's when you become a researcher and shit like that, right? So
That's cool. But a lot of people get stuck on that part where they think they're a fucking smartass and they don't actually know the shit.
yeah. Well, that's usually the basic education, right? Like the basic education you get within a high school and first 2 years of your college. Now you suddenly know what it is. Or like people will go take a couple of psychology classes. Now they know they're all psychiatrists. They'll take psychology classes, but they'll think they're psychiatrists with a doctor's degree and they can diagnose someone. It's just one of those things, right? Like one of the most common degrees that people like to do is psychology degree. It's a worthless degree. By the end of the time, like 4 years, you graduate, like you ain't doing shit with it.
One of the things that taught me that I don't really know as much as I thought I knew about the world was just random shit like an invisible gas like Febreze that you can't see at all. You can light that bitch on fire, or propane that
Yeah.
you can't even see. That shit just lights up and it can cause some devastating damage.
Well, you
and
know
you
that,
don't even know.
you know that your washer fluid is flammable, right?
Washer fluid?
Yeah, if your front window is on fire and you try to spray washer fluid to put it out, you're gonna make it worse.
Oh, that's a
Washer fluid is flammable.
good thing you told me.
Yeah. Shit like that we don't know, right? So
Shoot!
yeah, shit like that we don't know, Or another thing, the other day I was driving, and when we used to do valet, because you're in cars, in and out of cars, and you're whipping these cars around quickly, and you move, and you're driving so many cars throughout the day, different cars. You get into cars where that side, where the main front glass meets the side, and then the glass comes in. That side, if you're driving at a certain speed and someone is walking at a certain speed, and as you approach each other, that person can be behind that
blind spot.
the blind spot, and you can't see them. You can't see them. That's why, when we're doing valet, a lot of people freak out. But the other day I had a similar situation when the person was walking and I was driving, and I saw it with the corner of my eye. It was very calm. Like I didn't even think about it twice, just naturally kicked in, and I was like, all right, put the brakes on, let them go. You know what I mean? Other person would have freaked out, because I would think they would freak out, because that's what happened to me the first time I dealt with it, right? So the more you deal with these type of situations, the more comfortable you get with these type of situations, the easier it is for you to do it, right? So it's one of those things, with sciences, bro. Like you get into it and you start doing research, this and that. Like you start figuring out, oh, this protein, that protein. You know how many bacterial colonies I've cloned? When the first time I started to do it, I fucked up the whole media. Teacher had to give me 2 or 3 of the media where I can grow the bacteria. By the time I was done, I was growing them motherfuckers like no one's business. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things, like general populace is not supposed to know everything. Like there's no one out there that knows everything. Like, are there geniuses out there that know more than you? Yeah. But like even taking a class, like it's going to give you 1%, that's you 1% better than most of the society, right? So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's like what you don't know can kill you, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, do another Instagram post. We got a bunch of them in there. This one we watched that last week. So this was from Facebook. Oh yeah, this was kind of
I thought we
funny.
watched this already.
No,
we talked
haven't.
about Nick Cannon.
No, this is more. Just put it on sound. On the top.
Nick Cannon has 12 kids with 6 different women. Terry Nutkins has 9 kids with 7 moms. Eddie Murphy has 10 kids with 8 women.
Sheesh.
Eugene Levy's the Wayne Gretzky of making copies. He's got 9 kids with 9 baby mamas. At just 23 years old, NBA YoungBoy has 11 kids with 9 different mothers. Lil Randy has 13 children with 7 mothers in 5 different countries. Good thing he's a billionaire. Antonio Cromartie has 14 kids with 8 different women in 5 different states and a pair of post-vasectomy twins. He has a monthly child support payment of $330,000 a month.
Sheesh.
And some murky swamp water. And Mr. Worldwide, Frankie Muniz, has 17 kids with 13 different women in 8
Sheesh.
different countries. Agent Cody Pipes says he doesn't plan on getting a vasectomy anytime soon. Malcolm's a pure shooter. This is the celebrity
So you thought Nick Cannon got it? Shit, Nicki Muniz.
Frankie
Nicki
Muniz out there.
Muniz dunked on Nick Cannon. You know what I mean?
he don't look like he fucks.
No, he
Malcolm
doesn't.
in the middle fucks. Look, it seems like.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bro is out there like Mario laying pipe and going through pipes.
Like, tell me again how short guys don't have game. You know what I mean? Like, just tells you right there. Well, he's also,
I mean,
Oh,
money
shut
does
up, man.
wonders. So,
yeah, he's also very popular. So,
I
Extremely.
mean, 17 kids. He probably doesn't know half of them. Different countries. He's not gonna visit them all.
I wonder if you could ask him, like, tell me every kid's name, and date of birth.
nah, he don't know.
that.
He don't know that.
That.
17.
He probably knows the first 3. After that, is like, fuck this.
He kept track for
Yeah,
like the
like
first 3.
Let me open my notes on my iPhone. You know what I mean? It has all the
I
data.
actually have a list. Hold on.
Yeah. Let me
Which
open my
one?
reminder calendar.
Which
you know?
one?
Yeah. So yeah, so I thought that was kind of funny. You know, it's like Kenan is not the only one.
Jamal Hill something.
We're never gonna
Go back
find
up.
it. Algorithm's gotta be different when I click it.
So yeah, here we go. This is the what I was talking about. So play that. Yeah, so they predicted the bridge collapse. They predicted the Balenciaga. 2006 was the
They're bringing Ocean Gate back.
1995 was the
Ocean Gate.
iPhone.
That shit's hilarious.
Some guy-
Some of
that's
this
the name.
feels like a stretch, but like that was the virus, you know, the beer virus, beer bug.
Yeah, the Simpsons have notoriously predicted a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. JC Penney's closing, you know, which it did close.
Well, that's just a store closing. That's like it's gonna happen eventually, right? Like, not everything is always around.
Yeah. So this was the. Here it goes. 2020, 2015, 28, 14. Okay. So one of these was similar to one of these where they say that they predicted him becoming the president again in 2024. So
You guys want to wrap?
Alrighty, guys. Thank you everyone for joining us. Sorry for being a little late today. We'll see you guys next week on Tuesday.
like,
Celebrating
subscribe.
150. Don't forget to check out our official sponsors, Vitality Recovery and Wellness Center and UFC Gym Largo. Go check those things out. We got links in the description. Like Jason